Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Okie doke. So this pack we have a card that's good if you're basically mono black or like black with a couple of cards of another color. Like you have to be pretty much only black for this card to be good, but it is quite good when you do get there. But it is pretty restrictive, so I'm not going to take it here. Atlas is good if you end up in blue-red wizards. I haven't had a ton of success with that archetype. I think it's kind of finicky. I think you need to have a lot of good control cards, and the deck seems like it would be an aggro deck. But since it doesn't really have aggressive 2-drops, you can't really play it as an aggro deck. It's really hard to pilot properly, and you really need to make sure you get there on the payoffs. I think Knight of Grace is also quite strong. Academy Journey Mage is a great blue card, but I think Skittering Surveyor is going to be my pick. It's going to make my deck no matter what, which is a good thing to have in a first pick, and it lets me splash stuff later on. So it leaves me flexible, and it's just a good card. It's also historic for some things that matter. After this, I think I would take Knight of Grace and then Journey Mage. Okie doke. Now we have a pack with the rare missing. It's always nice to check to see what's missing from the pack. You can tell there's 3 uncommons, then there's a rare, unless there's a foil, and that throws off math a little bit. But you want to know what they took so that you can sometimes read a signal. So if there was a good rare in the pack and an uncommon missing, and there was only one uncommon better than that rare, then I could have an idea that they might have taken that. Now, obviously, they might not be in that position to take that card, and they might have different values in me, which is obviously something to consider. But I just like to do that in general. I'm not going to take the gold card. I'm not going to take Grow from the Ashes. I already have a way to splash. I don't really want to play with green. I think the best cards in the pack are Knight of Grace again and Journey Mage. I think I'm going to take the Knight of Grace here. I do have a priority towards blue. I do like blue cards a little bit better, but I think Knight of Grace is enough better than Academy Journey Mage that I'll still just take the white card. Even though I did just pass one. Knight of Malice is quite strong, though there's also a Gideon's Reproach. This is kind of tricky. I think I'm going to take the Reproach, just because I am pretty flexible. And I think Reproach is good in the format. And Knight of Malice is also good, but since I already have, I would, in the best possible world, I would end up white-blue from here. I don't really think white-black is as strong as, like, white plus red can have some aggressive decks. I don't really necessarily want to end up in white-black, and Gideon's Reproach is worse than Knight of Malice, but not by, like, as much as the fact that I'd rather stay one color. Now, there's a Memorial to Genius, which is quite strong. There's also a Call to Cavalry if I want to stick to white stuff. Though I'm not overly impressed with Call to Cavalry, it doesn't deal with a lot of the problems that an aggro deck will have in this format. Because in this format, a lot of the time, an aggro deck they'll play like a Rampaging Cyclops and you can't attack through it. Call to Cavalry is good at doing what white decks are already good at doing, is like when they have a Jousting Lance in play, they're pretty good. Call to Cavalry is good with that, obviously. But I think I'm going to take Memorial to Genius. It is a bit of a hedge pick into blue. But Memorial to Genius is quite a good card. It lets you run 18 lands and still have a way to spend your mana if you draw a lot of them. Okie doke. Now there's another Call to Cavalry, which is an option. There's an Opt, which I don't think I'm going to take here. There's a Mammoth Spider, which I do like, and there's a Fiery Intervention. I think I'm going to take the Fiery Intervention. I can always splash red off of that, and white-red is one of the good combinations. I don't love Call to Cavalry. I don't think I'm going to be playing green as of right now. Mammoth Spider is good. Thorn Elemental is fine. Call to Cavalry could be the pick here. I don't think Deep Freeze is worth taking this early. I don't love Deep Freeze, especially because if you end up in white-blue, it makes all of your ground attackers quite bad. But I think Fire Intervention is nice pick up here. I could just end up white-red. Okay, now a little bit of a turning point in the draft. I think the 2 cards I'm considering right now are Keldon Raider, which is a good red card. It's the only red card in the pack. And then Vidalian Arcanist, which I do like quite a bit. I think I'm going to take the Arcanist. There's also a Scholar and an Arcane Flight. I think the reason I like the Arcanist a little bit better is because I'm biased towards blue, and also I can play white-blue Splash Fire Intervention very easily. But if I take this, then I can't really play the blue card that I have. And I think that blue is just so good that it's worth trying to buy us into a little bit. Now I'll take a Wizard's Retort over a Dark Bargain. Dark Bargain is the best card in the pack, I think. I don't like Kelton Overseer at all, but I think Wizard's Retort is fine. A fine playable. Benelich Guard, not where I want to be. Neither is Bloodstone Goblin. I could see taking Relic Runner. If I do end up in a white-blue semi-assertive deck, it could have a place. I could also just take an Unwind for the sideboard, but I'll take Relic Runner. I could see myself in the type of deck that wants it. I don't like Sarah Disciple at all. My cards are already going to be good if I have Jousting Lance, and this card's only like really great. I mean, this card's good with Quende, and that's pretty much it, but we don't have a Quende, and we can probably get these later. I'm just going to take a Scholar. And Arcanist came back. I don't think Arcanist should be going this late. I think this card is very underrated. 1/3s are great blockers in this format, and being able to tap to cast your spells is very relevant. It's also a wizard when that matters. Got another Relic Runner. Sage of Latinam, I guess I'll take it over Warlord's Fury. So we did see a ton of blue cards there at the end. And this is why taking Skittering Surveyor first is so good. So now we can, we ended up in the classic spot of being basically mono blue. And we have the Surveyor to play whatever card we want, pretty much. Okay, we're going to take Adventurous Impulse. Charge is not my idea of a good time. Scholar is not embarrassing to play. It's kind of sad to play, but for now we're going to cut the Relic Runner. I mean, the Relic Runners. Okay, so what do we got here? Gilded Lotus, not really what I like to be doing all the time. I think you really need to have like 8 mana cards or really expensive cards for it to be worth it. Dauntless Bodyguard is impressive if you have like good creatures, but you don't really want to cast it on turn 1, so it's pretty much only used for the effect as an onboard trick, which is not insane. Academy Drake is a card that I do like. It's a nice finisher. I do like Coldwater Snapper too. Academy Drake is fine as well. I don't love Sergeant at Arms. I think Landlord Elves is good. I'm going to take one of the blue cards because I know I'm playing blue, but I'm not sure on my other color yet. So it's between Drake and Snapper, and I think Snapper is going to be my pick because if I do end up with an On Sarah's Wings, or I could get an Arcane Flight pretty easily. It's just a nice win con for if the game stalls out. So Drake is nice as well. I'll take Drake. Drake is... I can usually get a Snapper later if I want one. Whereas Drake is like a nice cheap flyer and a win con bundled into one. It's one of the better kicker cards. Okay, now we have a close pick because Wizard's Lightning is great. I have 4 Wizards right now. But Pegasus Courser if I wanted to steer back into white, which I don't think I do because remember I took Skittering Surveyor, Knight of Grace, then Gideon's Approach, and I didn't see any white cards. Whereas I did see a pretty late Fiery Intervention, so I'm going to take Wizard's Lightning. And then I could maybe splash Gideon's Approach if I need it. But I don't know if it's as easy Gadget Mirror Tree. I think given the if you just gave me this pick blind, where I have 2 white cards and a red card, it really does matter when I got these cards. Because if I say I first picked Fiery Intervention and I got a 6th pick Knight of Grace, then I might think white is more open, and then I would take Pegasus Courser. But in the context of the draft, I would agree that I'm going to take the Wizard's Lightning. And now a Shivan Fire. This pack is really good for the type of deck that I would want for a blue-red Wizards deck. It has Gitu Chronicler, it has Academy Journey Mage, and it has Shivan Fire. But the cheap, since my deck, I only have like 3 instants to get back with Gitu Chronicler, so I'm just going to take the Shivan Fire here and then hope to get another Chronicler later. Wow, another great pack. Squee is really annoying, but I don't think it's really what I want here. I think I'm going to be able to stall the ground pretty well. So I think I want either Journey Mage or Fiery Intervention. I think I'm just going to take Fiery Intervention. Right now I'm shifting into a blue-red Wizards type deck. Though, it's tough because I do like Journey Mage quite a bit. I think I'm just going to take the removal spell, though. Am I? Yeah, I'm going to take the removal spell. and not a whole lot for me. You think Mage Mortimus Prime. I just like having a lot of good spells. I have 2 Arcanists to help me cast the interventions earlier. And I think I'm going to end up more of a control deck than a tempo deck. And Mage is good, even if it is just a tempo card. But I have a lot of cards to set me up to play a control game. So I'm going to try and do that a little bit better. Keldon Warcaller could be a desperation 2-drop. I think I'm going to take Rescue over Warcaller, though. This pack is horrible. I'm not playing green. I'm not going to take a black-green land. Rescue's a marginal sideboard card. Okay, now I'll take SKIZZIK. This pack is pretty weak again, but SKIZZIK's a fine card. And now Warlord's Fury. I like having a couple cantrips in this type of deck. I'm going to shift over my spells and put SKIZZIK in the 5-drop slot. I think Warlord's Fury is fine. Flames of Keld is not a type of card I like to play because I like to have like card advantage in my cards. Like I like to. Oh my god, this card should not be in the pack. Now I can definitely run 18 lands and know that I'm never going to flood out, and it's just very strong to have that ability. Warlord's Fury number 2. Warlord's Fury is good with SKIZZIK, and I did get a Arcane Flight back. I'm going to take it over the Rescue. If I end up with a Coldwater Snapper, I might, or even 2 Coldwater Snappers, I might run the Flight. Okay, I'll take a dub for the sideboard. I mean, obviously I'm not playing any of those cards. So let's see if I can break the blue-red curse. I've been getting kind of stomped when I've been playing blue-red. I'm going to take Warlord's Fury over Keldon Warcaller. I don't really want to run 3 of them, but especially because I'm running 18 lands. Maybe I could run 17 if I run those things, but I don't really want to run 3 of them. I'm not running the 2-mana 2/2. Hopefully pack 3 is good to me. I do need some more creatures, but I do have a lot of good spells. So if I cut the Warlord's Fury, ideally, I might run 1. So if I cut those, then I have 14. I have 2 lands. I'm going to run 18 lands, though. Okay, I have a lot of like marginal cards in my sideboard that I could technically play. So it's not like unplayable garbage in my sideboard. Just stuff I prefer not to play. So I'm hoping to have a pretty good pack here, though. It is unfortunate that all of the good cards were in the same packs. Like I would have a pack with 3 good cards, and I'd have a pack with a Warlord's Fury. And importantly to note, it's not like I was getting like punished for switching into red. There weren't like a ton of great white cards that I was seeing, like Blessed Lights and stuff. I was just kind of seeing good red cards. There weren't any great blue cards. I mean, there were some good blue cards. I just didn't take any of them because there was better red cards. Muldrotha. We're not playing Muldrotha. We don't have a way to splash. I'll just see how much it is. If it was pack 1, pick 1, it would be close, but I still think I would take, what's it called? Muldrotha the Gravetide. Gravetide, one word. Oh. Yeah, it's like 60 cents. Fight with Fire is like one of the best cards in blue-red and one of the reasons to be blue-red. Now I really want to have a Gitu Chronicler, but Fight with Fire is incredible. It's a great way to win the game. You can chain some burn together sometimes and win that way. Bloodstone Goblin would not be a horrible wheel. I'd play that card probably. Okay, there's another SKIZZIK here. I'll take it. It makes my Warlord's Furies a little bit better. If I have 2 SKIZZIKs, I'd probably run 2 Warlord's Fury. I'm not really in the market to splash Garna right now. I don't mind SKIZZIK. Oh, blink of an eye. Thank you. Squee is nice. But I just kind of want another card to help draw me through my deck. Blink of an eye is great. Maybe I do want. I don't really want Squee. I don't have any great combos with him. Like I don't have a Like, if he's just going to sit there as a 2/1 when my stuff is already blanked. Like, he can block and be kind of annoying, but my opponents are eventually going to find a way to beat that. G2 Lava Runner is not really what I want. Syncopate is what I want. I would like to have Syncopate Wheel, but I'm going to take the Blink of an Eye here. I do need some more creatures and stuff. Torgar is fine, but Syncopate is just what we want. I love me a Syncopate. There's also some Lava Runners. I do have enough instants and sorceries to maybe make them worth it, but it's really hard to have that because Lava Runner is a very aggressive card. You don't really want to run a 1-mana 1/2. Even if it's a 1-mana 2/2 haste, it's like if it was a 1-mana 2/2 haste, it would be playable in pretty much any deck, but it's not going to have haste until at least like turn 4, in which case it's going to be stonewalled by whatever's stonewalling your creatures anyway. Syncopate is the easy pick for me here. Arcanist is another great pick up. I have so many instants and sorceries that Arcanist is just going to help me cast like my entire deck. So back to the conversation on the 1/2. It's if I'm getting stomped on the board, then I'm already going to be stomped on the board, and having it with haste isn't going to change anything. Another Blink of an Eye. I do wish I had some more like finisher type cards. Wow, how many squeeze have been in this draft? I'm going to take this one, but like, geez, there have been a ton of squeeze. This is like the 4th squee. I really wish I had a snapper right now, because I can make the game go very long with all these blinks and removal spells, but Tolarian Scholar Beats is not really how I want to win. I guess I have SKIZZIKs, but those are really kind of hit or miss. So right now I'm not running the Arcane thing. Homeward Explorer is not the worst, but still kind of mediocre. I guess I have Academy Drake as a win con. I don't really want Ether Glider. Bloodstone Goblin, I'll take it. I already have 2 counters. I don't really need Unwind. I don't really want Artifice Resistant, though I already have enough Warlord's Furies for days, so I guess I'll take it. G2 Lava Runner or Run Amok. I don't think I need Run Amok. I already have 2 Fire Interventions, a Wizard Lightning, a Shivan Fire, 2 Blink of an Eyes, and a Fight with Fire. I don't think I need Tolarian Scholar either. I'll take Lava Runner. Yep, I expected to get that one back. This is not ideal. All my instants are very high quality, though, is nice. I'm going to run 18 lands in this deck. I'm probably going to cut the Lava Runners, some of the Warlord's Furies. So now I have, I run 1 Warlord's Fury. I'm going to cut Bloodstone Goblin for a Warlord's Fury. And we'll run it like this. We'll run an extra Mountain, because these are double red cards, and we have a bunch of cheap red cards. 6, 8. That'll be 8/8. So I run 10/8. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can just run 9/9. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because all my 2-drops are blue. Homeward Explorer is a kind of neat card in this deck, because I could Homeward Explorer, bounce it with Blink of an Eye, play it again to maybe mill my opponent out. Maybe I don't want it though. I could play Arcane Flight. I think I'm going to be fine against aggro decks. And I just need to make sure my SKIZZIKs can get through. I think I'm going to run an Arcane Flight, a Miser's Arcane Flight. I can maybe lock up the game, have a counterspell in hand, and then just put it on a SKIZZIK and go to town or something if the game goes that late. And I do have Fight with Fire. That's a nice little late game card if I can chip in for a little bit of damage early. This is a very difficult deck to play because it doesn't have win cons. Like, if the game goes long, my win con is literally Fight with Fire. And I don't have a ton of card draw. I have a couple Blink of an Eyes, and I have a ton of removal. But I don't have a great clock. Maybe that would mean Lava Runner is what I want. I can play it on turn 1, hit them a couple times, maybe, and then start killing all their stuff. Get them into range to make SKIZZIK good. I might try that if this version of the deck doesn't work out very well. This is an easy keep. We have our Memorial. You think I play Goblin? I mean, Goblin getting +1/+1 in Menace is not like the greatest of the world. Most of the time it's going to be a 2-mana 2/2. What would I cut for the Goblin? Is the real question. Looks like I'm going to be cracking the Memorial this game. I'm a little bit worried about my deck. Oh man, Zalfrin Void. This card is pretty much unplayable in Limited unless you're monocolored. And then it's good, but you don't want to be playing cards that can contribute to you getting mana screwed. My opponent put it on top. Okie doke. Trapper. So I could Arcanist plus Lightning. I think I'm just going to Surveyor this turn, though. I shut down this card. I get to see a little bit more about my opponent's deck. Get to get an island out of it. And if I go for the Arcanist Lightning play, then next turn I'm casting Skittering Surveyor, which isn't using my mana as efficiently. Here, if I draw, I can draw like Shivan Fire to deal with the Trapper. Okay. He has 4 cards in hand, I have 7. Okay. We will hold back so we can double block Trapper, and then we can Lightning it in response to any tricks. Get a nice little 2-for-1. Gonna go for this block. I don't think it can go very wrong for me. And I do want to get the 3-powered guy off the board before I slam SKIZZIK next turn. wrong card. So this is a clean 2-for-1, which is kind of nice. We kill his 3-2, and we don't lose our guy. And he kill his 3-2, and he played Adamant Will. This is just a classic, like, kind of new player mistake, I think. Maybe my opponent's not new, but that seems very bad to do when I have open mana. Like, I could have Shivan Fire, I could have a bounce spell. There are so many things I could have right there. And this is exactly where my deck wants to be. I've kind of tempoed him a little bit, and now I can cast my SKIZZIK, get in for 7 damage. Next turn I can crack this if I don't draw anything relevant, or I could just play my Solarian Scholar. So you see there, the option I had, okay, he could have Seal, okay, Fungal Infection, sure. He can eat it. This card already got its value. So the option I had there was getting in for a point of damage, which he wouldn't have blocked because it would have been a 1-2 versus my 1-1. Or I could hold it up and 2-for-1 him. So the 1 point of damage was definitely not worth the opportunity cost. I mean, the opportunity to 2-for-1 him if he had a combat trick. So I went for that play. Okay, Eviscerate, mildly annoying. He only has 2 cards left in hand. I do have 4 cards, even though a lot of them are lands, but I will be drawing a couple. Then I can hold back my guy to stop his 2 attackers. Actually, I can attack and play my Scholar. Or I can just draw SKIZZIK number 2. That was a great draw. I'm going to attack with both. It is trading 1 damage for 2 damage. But he can't attack me as easily. And putting him to 6 is kind of nice. Versus 7. Let me know what you would have done there, whether you would have held your guy back. I'm kind of interested to hear what you would do. Because it is trading 1 damage for 2 damage, essentially. But if he's attacking me for 2, I feel like I'm in fine shape. Okay, he has another Eviscerate. So yeah, now he does really trade 1 for 2. And he doesn't attack. Interesting. So I have 7 land. I'm going to attack him. I'm just going to crack my Memorial to Genius, I think. He didn't attack me last turn, so I'm feeling kind of safe that he won't attack me this turn. Okay. Go, Sapperling, go! Be the hero you were always meant to be. Okay, so he can get his guy back. That makes sense. I should have probably sacked this in response. So that if I drew Shivan Fire, I could kill this. Okay. And I will just hold back my 1-1-3 this time. Next turn he can sack his Tragic Poet to get back on Sarah's Wings, and then I can Wizard's Retort the Sarah's Wings. And next turn I can just double cast Hilarion Scholars and start killing him with those. Yep. One step ahead of you, bud. Maybe mediocre 2-3s and stuff is enough to win. So we know he has Fungal Infection, Adamant Will. We'll hit him, see what he does. I'm assuming no block. We're going to hold up another fake counterspell. I would have loved a Gitu Chronicler in this deck. I still think the Shiv and Fire pick was correct. Okay, just need a little bit more removal. Or a blink of an eye. Speak of the devil. My deck seems like it has a very good matchup against my opponent's deck. He's got a ton of auras, a ton of dirty little do-nothing creatures. And all my cards are pretty much built to punish that. We're going to play our land in case he had a discard spell for it. And then we could still cast Kicked Fight with Fire if we drew it. Opponent concedes. Okay. Against his deck, do we want another 2-drop? I don't think we want Arcane Flight. We saw a bunch of removal. So I think we'll bring in a 2/2. Actually, we could try the Lava Runner on the draw. It blocks Tragic Poet, Sparring Thing. Yeah, let's try it. I kind of want to see how Lava Runner performs in this deck, because we do have like over 10, like we have like 10 instants and sorceries in this deck. I'll have to do the exact counting. I have 5 kickers. I guess SKIZZIK has kicker. We're going to keep this hand. It's very sketchy, but we're going to keep it. We have 9 red sources in the deck. And we're on the draw, and we have 2 land drops to make. You're voting Goblin? Okay, I'll put in Goblin next time I'm sideboarding. Okay. It was not a red source, but it was not the worst draw. 'Twas not awful. Can block a lot of his guys. Cannot block that, but we can kill that. More red cards is not really what we wanted. Hey, we can block. Feels good, man. Well, that was not exactly what we wanted. More islands is bad. Like, it's better than missing a land drop, but not by a ton. At least we're representing blue spells that we showed him. Like, we were representing Blink of an Eye for if he has an aura. And we're only taking 1 a turn, so we have a ton of time here. Okay, we're definitely blocking. What you got, buddy? Fungal Infection is pretty bad for us. But if you had like Adamant Will or something, then... Mountain? This is the nightmare scenario. We're still going to win if we draw a mountain this next turn, because all of his creatures are tiny. They're minuscule. He only has 2 cards in hand. Come on, Mountain. I believe in you. Come on, mountain. Come on, mountain. Come on, mountain. Mountain, 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 mountain. Yes! We had the mountain when we needed it. Take 4 here. No, we take 5 here, go to 9. And if we draw another land, we can... If we draw... We can still just play Get You Lava Runner. But ideally, we'd be able to like cast 2 spells in a turn. Or kick something on this guy. Okay. This is one of those times where Call the Cavalry is very good. Okay, I'm going to cast Academy Drake and hold up Shivan Fire. So maybe I think I have to get greedy and Warlord's Fury into another land here. Knowing when you have to get greedy is important. Then I'm going to Shivan Fire that. Or one of the 2/2s. I'm not really that worried about that. I'm going to get rid of 1 SKIZZIK and Fire Intervention. I'm not going to have time to cast the Intervention at this rate. Okay, that is good for me. I get to kill the bird. I take, and then I can Shivan Fire a 2/2. And I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I go to 3. I'll have 3 blockers, so I will be able to live. Just barely. I think I had to draw that mountain to be able to live, though. Okay, classic top deck war. Let's go. No whammies. I don't know where that saying came from. Probably from Saffron Olive. Dang, that Caligo Skin, which was actually annoying. If I had the intervention in the SKIZZIK, second SKIZZIK, I'd be in great shape here. As is, I just have to kind of get lucky that I hope he doesn't have anything. I'm probably dead. Just going to make the obvious blocks. I'm not dead. Okay, so I could attack here. But then I'm dead to any 1 removal spell, so I think I'm just going to hold back. I think I win if the game goes a little bit longer. That's an annoying one. If he had a historic spell, he would have cast it, so not all that annoying. Okay, now I feel so much safer. That's perfect value because it can kill his Saproling and draw me a card, and Saproling is lethal. Okay, my guy trades with that. Alternatively, I could bounce that and go for some very cheeky blocks. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Then next turn I can trade with the SKIZZIK. He had a sparring construct. Weird. Quite bizarre. Though it doesn't really matter because sparring construct would have been a lethal threat. Okay. Now I'm up a card into the top deck war pretty much. I'll represent counterspell or some trickery. Okie doke. If the mage guy had been Goblin, I think I would have lost this game, to be quite honest. Funnily enough, because it would have cost an extra mana. He got a scry. Where did he scry? He put a card on top. That's terrifying. Oh my gosh, he's attacking. Thank goodness. Squee would be a nice draw. These are both good trades for me. I'm at 1. Okay, the top deck war continues, but he is drawing a card he wants. And both of my SKIZZIKs are gone. What's the card you wanted, opponent? Oh my god. Brutal! I have never seen this card in play before, but that was like the best it could have possibly been. Oh my gosh, now I have to top deck. Come on, top of my deck. Top deck. And we lose. A bit unfortunate there. Opponent drew 8 lands and we drew 10, so if we'd drawn 2 spells instead. And we didn't draw our memorials either. Okay, so we're on the play this time. Hopefully we don't have mana issues. Not going to bring in Homered Explorer. No Arcane Flight either. Lava Runner could be good. I'm going to bring in a Goblin over the Lava Runner just to try it out. I agree, it could be good. Okay, an excellent hand. Whew, hopefully we can win this match, because I feel like my deck is much better than my opponent's. That was pretty unfortunate to lose that. Elephant was a good draw for him there. I mean, we were at 1 life. Oh my gosh, he's casting the turn 1 Stronghold Confessor. I don't really care about that, bud. It just doesn't do enough damage to be worth it on turn 1, pretty much ever. Shivan Fire is a great card to draw, though, for obvious reasons. Okay, I'm fine racing right now. He doesn't have any cards that make me afraid, and my hand is perfectly set up to race. Aha, there's the Bloodstone Goblin. Play Squee and attack him for 1. Then he will probably hold back Sarah Disciple, and I can go Bloodstone Goblin, Shivan Fire, and attack him anyway, if I want to. Or I can just hold back my stuff, or I can just attack him with the Arcanist. The Zalfrin Void, where does he scry? He's scrying. Still scrying. Put it on top. No attack. Interesting. Ooh, that was a good draw. I still think I'm going to play the Bloodstone Goblin this turn. So if I attack him for 1, he probably has fungal infection. If we're being honest. I think I'm just going to Skittering Surveyor in retrospect. If he fungal infections this guy and triple block, it's kind of annoying. So I'm just going to Surveyor. Yes, and I would like to get... Do I want an island or a mountain? I already have double of both colors. I'm likely to want to do both these in the same turn, which I can already do. I'm going to get a mountain just so I can play Squee easier. I could just attack with Arcanist, and then if he goes for Fungal Infection, I Shivan Fire something, but I kind of don't want to use my Shivan Fire like that. How is opponent so low on time? Weird. Goblin's actually going to be great here. Not going to lie. Wow, this flavor text is dark. The stone whispers tales of darkness and fire. She replies, "Tell me more." Okay. Oh, man. If I attack, then I don't have the kicker spells for the goblin. I'll attack with Surveyor. If he wants to go for the fungal infection to kill Surveyor, I'm fine with that. Get him. Now, this way we are holding up Shivan Fire and also kicked Blink of an Eye because of our Arcanist. If he goes for a On Sarah's Wings or something of the sort. He's just doing nothing. Maybe he has a Phyrexian Scriptures or something. Which would be a problem. Or he thinks I have a counterspell of some kind. We're going to keep up the attacks we've been doing, though. But this time the Bloodstone Goblin is coming in hot. He probably doesn't want to trade off his Sarah Disciple is the thing, because it's keeping Squee at bay so well. Dark Bargain's fine. Squee can't attack because this has first strike best of far. So if I attack Squee in, this thing just blocks it. It's like a, and I don't want Squee to die right now because that means his things. So here I'm choosing between Blink of an Eye and Shivan Fire. I think I'm gonna Shivan Fire it. So then if he has an indestructible spell, if he has Adamant Will, then that's worse. So let's just do that. This way, because if I go for Shivan Fire and he goes for Adamant Will, then I want to go for Blink of an Eye immediately. You can just replay it though. Still a 2-for-1. Yeah, it's okay. Squeeze a rare. You don't have to know what all the rares do. So this does open up a nice little attack. I could kill this, hit him for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't seem good though. Let's see what we draw though. 2 more spells. Yeah, I still think we want to save Shivan Fire. We're in a good spot right now. And the kicker on that is kind of relevant for this card. We have him at 9. If we draw one of our speedy guys, Call the Cavalry is annoying, but Squeeze good at answering them. I think we're at the point where we want to kill Sarah Disciple. We're going to wait a turn to see if we can get some value out of the Bloodstone Goblin, though. Oh, that was a great draw. Perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to do. And we're just going to hold up our counter spell, I think. Vicious Offering on this guy. Sure, we'll counter that. Do we really care? Yeah, I think we do. Because we do kill his 2/2 with this exchange. And we do still have a removal spell. That worked out nicely. And we don't really want to have to hold up our double blue for the rest of the game because we do have 2 blue spells we want to cast. Whew. And if he does tap out for a big guy, okay, dub. We can just fire intervention it. No big deal. Annoying if he has a counter spell. I mean, a Adamant Will. But we still have outs even then. This is why you don't want to cast this for 1 mana, by the way. Because it's just so useless here. It got in for like 2 damage, which is just not worth it. Okay, so you can trade with the Squee. We'll just play our Scholar. Maybe I was supposed to tap in a way to let me play Squee there. Okay, so he can block 2 power and he takes 4. Okay. Huh. 2, 4. We can play all of our guys. And then we have a lethal Strike Force. Or we can just attack. He eats this. Chumps there, goes to 3. But he only has 1 blocker then. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, that's the smart block. Yep. He already uses on Sarah's Wings. he has another one, I'm screwed, but what are the odds he has two? Also, he probably would have played a little bit differently if he had another one, but you never know. Sanctum Spirit, eh? That's a good one. Dang, my play is punishing me really hard because I could kill this if not for my last play. I can still, so if I kill this and he doesn't have a historic card, I win. If I attack everything, he can gain 3, so he's at functional 6. Block here, here, take 4, go to 2. Then I can just kill that. I'm going to kill the big guy here. Why not kill first before attack? Because this is a 6/6, and this is a 3/2 that can gain indestructible. So if this has a way to gain indestructible, then I'm kind of screwed. Oh man. Oh man, I messed this up so hard. I definitely ruined this game for myself. I could totally have won if I'd played this a little bit better. Dang it. If I hadn't done that all-out attack, then I could have killed this if I drew exactly Fiery Intervention. I'm fine blocking with Squee. He does have Skin Witch, so I'm going to play the land here so that I can cast Kicked Fight with Fire when I draw it. I only have 17 cards left, so I am going to draw it eventually, so he does have to find a way to kill me, which he could definitely do. He does have a Tragic Poet. Okay, so he can kill my Squee. Dub. Yikes. No attack. That seems like a mistake. That seems like a huge mistake. I do need to draw some spells here. And that should be game. Boom. Man, that was really poorly played. Well, not necessarily poorly played, but like my opponent had a pretty good combo to live through there. I didn't really want to give him. Maybe I should have just assumed he didn't have a historic permanent, or he would have cast it. But feels rough to do that. I think I'm going to take out the Flight and bring in a Goblin in the main deck, due to chat suggestion / it being good that game. Whew, good thing I have Fight with Fire in my deck, or that would have been an embarrassing one to lose. I could have had Blink of an Eye as a draw too. I think I played around too much that game. Like I played around him having Adamant Will in hand. I maybe spewed my counterspell off a little bit lightly. A quality hand here. This hand is actually great. Great curve out. We're going to just cast the Warlord's Fury because you want to hit land drops. Now it's closer. Now I think we'll save it because it's so good with SKIZZIK. Is that stupid? Yeah, that's probably silly. We just want to draw lands to cast SKIZZIK. Yeah, having another land here is nice. Impulse. So he drew Impulse for turn. Stronghold Confessor, okay. See, this guy's not foolish. He's not just casting his Stronghold Confessor. If I'd known my top cards were all mountains, I would have kept the Warlord's Fury. I'm not going to lie. But I think it's probably correct to get rid of it because I'm going to be tapping out these next couple turns. And that is why Arcanist is great, because it completely negates this card. Wow, this is a lot of lands. I wish I had the Warlord's Fury to make SKIZZIK able to attack. I'm probably going to Wizard's Lightning the Confessor. Though I may... I think... So I can Wizard's Lightning now and be in fine shape, but then I can't get through with SKIZZIK unless I draw something else. I still think I'm going to do it. I was thinking I could cast SKIZZIK and then... But then I wanted to attack with SKIZZIK the turn that I play it. Regardless, pretty much. Fungal Infection, I am ready for you. Yep. This lets me get a SKIZZIK attack in, so I'm happy. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, man, that's so bad for me. Well, now I'm not attacking with SKIZZIK. I will attack with my Drake. If he wants to attack me with Llanowar Envoy, then I can attack him back. Jeez. Really wish I had that Warlord's Fury right now, but obviously I only had like 2 lands in my hand at the time, so I didn't know I was going to draw all the lands. Okay, so he eviscerates, unlocks a big attack, and now is where I need to draw spells. See, in most games, I would be favored here because I would have 3 cards in hand. 2 of them would probably be spells, and there we go. That was a good draw. I'm just going to attack him for 2 here. I don't have great ways to win a long game other than my Fight with Fire. I'm going to keep playing my lands, but I can hold back his forces with the Tolarian Scholar, or I can just trade it with the Llanowar Envoy. But I don't really want to trade my Drake for an Envoy. And now I'm screwed. Oh, I'm so dead. Give me removal, please. Now I just have to find removal for Slimefoot. I'm going to trade here. If I don't find removal, I lose the game anyway. And I'm dead, pretty much. That's horrible. Actually, this gives me Fight with Fire as a decent out. Dang. Run. Fight with Fire or bust, probably. Because Fight with Fire would kill this, this, and this. No, actually, I just kill him with Fight with Fire. And another land. Not what I like to see. I'm going to keep Fight with Fire as an out. And I think I will jump. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Okay, Envoy. His deck seems decent. Yeah, there's no way we can win this game. We drew 10 of our lands. I mean, we do have 18 lands, but we didn't draw one of our spell lands, which is something we kind of need. Okay, so what are we taking out? Do we have anything with 1 toughness? Squeeze, not very good in this matchup. It's actually quite bad. He just has too many tokens for it to be relevant. Arcane Flight's bad. Warlord's Fury is probably fine. I'll bring in a second Warlord's Fury. Like, Squee does give us a lot of blockers late game, but, like, if we get to that point, we're going to lose against this deck. It just has way more tools to win that type of game. I would like to play first, and we will keep his hand and hope for the best. Going to lead Bloodstone Goblin into Drake, and hope it's good enough. That last game was, like, really, really not how we wanted to go. I think we drew, like, land every single turn of the game, pretty much, which is not a winning recipe. We're probably going to kill him before that's relevant, or when it becomes relevant, we're already going to be dead. Okay, perfect. Bloodstone Goblin getting... the fourth land is pretty key to here. Now we can complete our perfect curve out. We're going to let the trade happen. Bloodstone Goblin trading for 2 1/1s is probably good for me in the long run. Man, I've drawn a land every turn. I was pretty happy the first time, and now it's just getting old. We're not going to walk into fungal infection here. Just quite bad for us if we can trade 2 for 2 for a while. We're going to draw a card. We need to draw action. That's action. This is why black-green is a bad matchup for blue-red, I think. It has enough tokens to flood the board, and it has more grindy elements. So he's splashing red for Halar, off of probably like 1 mountain, and then the Llanowar Envoys, and probably a Grow or something like that. We'll keep taking 2. Okay, we'll just kill that. Actually, we'll blink of an eye that. And then it gives us another attack if he decides to just recast that on his next turn. Ooh, counterspell's nice. Counterspell is nice. He could just play land, Blood Tallow Candle me, which is probably the correct play. I hope he tries to cast the Kavu, though. And I can counter it. As a 2/2, I do not care. As a 1/1, I do not care. So he's just going to try and flood the board. I'm going to have to kill the Blood Tallow Candle. And I can't attack. We're just going to try and eat the Stronghold Confessor. And we'll take 5. Ooh, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually. We're just going to kill him. Boom, got there. Okay. Now he knows that's coming. Okay, so against what we saw, this card's probably coming back in. We'll take out Warlord's Root. We kind of just want as many creatures as we can get. We kind of do. Lava Runner seems decent. Homerid's probably decent. Wow, I can't believe I almost cast it to kill his creatures there. Oh gosh, we're going to keep this. We kind of have to. It doesn't have both our colors, but we have 9 sources, and we have 4 lands, so we're not going to be mana screwed. We're just going to be color screwed. Drawing red spells is not what we want there. He's off to a slow start, which is good for us because we need time. Time to find our spells and red mana. Okay, he's not casting anything. He is. Envoy. Mountain. Why do we always draw only islands when we have all the islands to start with? He is on a mulligan, so if we do draw a mountain, we'll just be able to get back into the game, presumably. We have Blink of an Eye to draw us an extra card. He's also color screwed. He's only got forests. Maybe he's got Spore Swarm. Yep, that's fine. There's our mountain. Bloodstone Goblin. That'll trade with that probably. I hit my colored source first, which makes sense because I'm on the draw, but still unlucky for the opponent. So he does Llanowar Envoy as a colored source. So maybe he doesn't want to trade it off. I can see that. Play Lava Runner. Hold up Blink of an Eye with Kicker. He has 3 cards in hand. He does have his colors, though, because of the Envoy. Some people would like bounce the Envoy to try and color screw him, but I'm not going to do that. That just seems like a spewy play. Now, end of turn, I can crack my Memorial to Genius if I need to. Or if I have the available mana, but having Syncopate is really nice. Counter unless he pays 1. Now that he has Swamp, he doesn't need the guy anymore. I guess Hammer Explorer does mill my own guy, which is relevant. I'll mill myself, get more information. Got rid of Tolarian Scholar, Wizard's Lightning, Mountain, and Drake. Some solid cards, but it turns out I might get you Lava Runner. As long as I don't mill my Fight with Fire, it's nice. Okay. Definitely going to kill that guy with my Fire Intervention. Okay. Now that I have Fight with Fire, I'm feeling very good about this game. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. I need 3 more, and I win the game, pretty much, is how this is going to go. Grun is annoying. Maybe I just have to kill it. I could see that being correct. Okay, there's 1 land. I'm going to hold out hope that I can just squee him to death. Like I can just block, 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 block. We'll double block here, single block this guy. He probably wants us to wants to bait us into a big block on the Grun. Like, oh man, we can finally kill Grun. Yeah, I messed this up really badly. Oh god. I totally messed this up. Oh shoot, I was supposed to go for the block on the Grun because I have Blink of an Eye. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Because now I don't want to bounce this because he'll kick it. So he does only have 1 swamp. Ouch. This will be 5 power. Damn, I just have to let it happen. I messed this up. This is one of those plays where I can make it worse by, yeah, I was supposed to just block this thing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Replay squee. So he would have had the second swamp. I'm going to bounce Grun. Gives me a better chance of drawing a land. And he can't kick it yet, I don't think. Please say he can't kick it. Please say it costs... Yeah, it doesn't cost 2. It costs 9 mana to kick it. Perfect. Okay, land, kick this. Three, 1 to him. Perfect. Whew. That was close. We definitely messed up by playing into that Gift of Growth. Could have just won the game easily. Okay. We're just going to kill Whisper. Definitely killing Whisper so he can't get back Grun. Drawing 2 cards. Playing Arcanist. Now we have Squee, we have another Blink. We could still lose this game because of the way we played into the Gift of Growth. We would have had a board if we hadn't. Going to Surveyor for a mountain. Play mountain. Combat, hit him for 1. We still do have both of our SKIZZIKs, which do kill him in a hurry, and we only have 12 cards left. And we are going to be developing our board a little bit. So I'd say we're pretty favored here, but he could definitely draw something. Like, yeah, we definitely messed this game up. This is why SKIZZIK's good, though. It's a nice finisher for once we've locked up the game. We're going to save our SKIZZIK. This way we kill him next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, otherwise we put him to 1. And you could have like Crows and Druid into something. Okay, cool. Man, so that was close. How do we want to change our deck? We're going to take out these Warlord's Furies. And in exchange, we're going to bring in a Lava Runner and a Hammer Explorer. Warlord's Fury just does nothing. When you don't have Adeliz, you probably shouldn't play Warlord's Fury. That's what I'm taking out of this experience. We still have like 9 spells to help turn this guy on. Yeah, I totally expected my opponent to just single attack with the Grun, so that's why I single blocked it, because I was like, oh, he's just going to have a 10-10. But then he gave me an opportunity to blow him out with my Blink of an Eye, and I just completely messed it up. And as you could see, if I had bounced his witch, I would have lost the game. I just had to accept that I was getting destroyed by Gift of Growth getting a clean 2 for 1. So yeah, I didn't lose the match. I would have lost the match if I bounced it. I'm almost guaranteeing that. Squee did good work. I'm glad I brought it back in. Let's see if we can take down Jesse Plays Magic to get the trophy. I'm going to refill my glass of water. Jesse Plays Magic hasn't shown up yet. Oh my gosh, what a great hand. I'm very happy we brought in the Bloodstone Goblin. So thank you, Bestafar, for the advice. It's just really nice to have a nice little 2-drop. We're going to play our Goblin first, I think, just to help us beat down faster. Can't be the target of abilities, okay. We're going to just play our Goblin. We can Shivan Fire, Shanna next turn. Okay, yep. Really don't want that to go wrong for me. No point in attacking. Okay, so we can... I really want to go Scholar plus Lightning this turn. I could also Blink plus Lightning, but Blink is not getting its full value here. I'll trade a 2/2 for a 3/2. This is to play around fungal infection or something. It lets me still hold up my lightning. Okay, that worked out nicely. I think you're supposed to just trade there if you are going to block. Okay, so he's getting some lands. Gives me a chance to play out my Scholar. Now I have another Scholar to play next turn. I should have attacked first, but not a huge deal. Thinking about the last game again, I think it was entirely possible that it was correct to just fight with Fire the Grun right away, because that was the only real threat I was killing. like the 1/3 and the 1/1s I didn't really care about. Sure, it was helpful to kill them, but maybe I was being too greedy. Okay, Shanna. Lenore Envoy, sure. We're not going to bring in our SKIZZIK right yet now. We'll see if he wants to trade first. We're not going to use our fiery intervention on it. And in order to maximize damage, we're going to Scholar here. Because SKIZZIK has haste. So now next turn we can then give this thing Menace. Sergeant at Arms, eh? Okay, so we can go land. If we kick SKIZZIK, attack, he'll go block, block. This is fine. And we'll just attack all. He's going to take down the SKIZZIK, which means he doesn't have good blocks elsewhere. And if he doesn't take down SKIZZIK, then we're in good shape anyway. Yep. So we get in for, we put him down to 8. And now we have fiery intervention for whatever he draws. Except a bunch of tokens. That's mildly annoying. Hey, hello SKIZZIK. That was another good draw. It is good to be lucky. Still attacking all. Boom, got there. If you block, yeah, boom. That was a very good draw. Okay. How do I want to sideboard? He's playing tokens. We didn't see any removal. Arcane Flight could be key into winning this matchup. Don't really want the Warlord's Furies. Don't really want another Lava Runner. I'll take out the Lava Runner for a Arcane Flight. Our deck seems well suited to the matchup. We are 1 game away from victory. Let's not blow it. Lucky sip of water. All credit for this hand goes to the lucky sip of water. It is known. The lucky sip of water is real. We have 2 counter spells, so we do want to get on the board before we develop those. Shanna is our worst nightmare here, probably. Whoa! How did this guy get to the finals? Oh my gosh. So now we know about that so we can counter it, but... Jeez, that is sketchy. Board the Weatherlight. That's the first time this card's been cast against me in the entire format. Okay, so he's got his Swamperino. Please draw an island. There we go. We're just going to hold up our Wizard's Retort for his Ariel. Or Syncopate, depending on which one he plays into. This will exile it, which is better for us. Goodbye, Ariel. Whew, and he doesn't hit another land, which is great. Okay, we're going to play our tap land, develop our flyer. We're not going to be kicking it, because we're going to be hitting him with... We're going to be able to sack our land by that time, so we'll just do that. So now our guard is down for a turn. We don't have a ton of things going on, but that's why we have our land, because it'll find us more action. Shanna is scary. Okay, that shield is garbage. How is this guy in the finals? All of his cards are horrible. Worst draws ever. We're going to attack him. Maybe he won't block. Dang, he blocked. LOL, GG's. I mean, he's playing a lot of bad cards. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that. He concedes. Oh my gosh. Opponent tilt lord. Well, we managed to get the trophy with what looked like a relatively unremarkable deck. I was really worried about this deck when I first finished drafting it. I felt like it didn't have enough going on. I'm definitely glad we cut the Warlord's Furies for the Goblin and the Lava Runner. The Goblin did insane work. So I'm definitely glad for the advice on deck building from Bestivar from chat. But yeah, our deck, it played out really well, and we drew pretty well at times when we needed to. Like that one match, match one, we were going to lose unless we drew our Fight with Fire pretty much. So that was pretty clutch. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. And also be sure to share the video with your friends. If you have any questions about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comments section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers. If you have any questions... Oh, I just said that. I don't know how to respond to my thoughts or answers. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. But yeah, that is going to do it for this draft video. We managed to go 3-0 with blue-red. I think this is my first 3-0 blue-red deck of the format. And I was really worried about it, and it turned out great. So, yeah, hopefully it was of some help to you, and you learned how to draft the archetype and play it a little bit better. Memorial to Genius was an all-star. Helped us play extra lands, which is a little bit of an unsung hero in the deck because it meant that we didn't ever really get mana screwed. We got color screwed a couple times, but we only really got mana screwed one game. So, yeah, that is going to do it for this draft video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.